So I just rolled out of bed and I've had a weird, strange, really uncomfortable nightmare. It was a whole episode of Murder She Wrote. As you may know, Angela Lansbury recently died, so she's been on my mind because Murder She Wrote, Beauty and the Beast, a lot of her films, shows, whatever, were part of my childhood and growing up, and so on and so forth. So, she reminds me of different times. Well, Murder She Wrote and such. And I guess my mind decided to play a little trick on me, so hear me out. So, the whole thing starts because a friend of her invites her to his, I think it was a man, no, restaurant, where he wants to show off the kitchen, and the kitchen is this. Everything is so fucking 80s. I don't know how my mind did it all so fucking 80s in detail. Like, she had a brown pantsuit. Never mind, that's not the point. My arm's starting to hurt. Amazing. So, everything is in glass. This is an important detail for later. All the shelves are glass, doors are glass, everything is thick glass. And there's a ton of kitchen stuff. Like a few dozen people. And the owner he was in an 80s male power suit, which I fucking hate, but that's beside the point again. And he's a bit of a prankster slash sadist, and he installed this security system that's a laser. And he makes one of the kitchen staff stand in still while he activates the laser, and everybody's nervous, particularly the guy standing. Well, lasers, the 80s. If you know, you know. And he's like, oh fuck, it's set to kill and it's glitching. The guy who was standing just bolts. There was another guy in the background, really hot, muscled guy, like very typically 80s attractive for a man. And he's trying to open this big glass door and get everybody out. And the door gets stuck. The door gets stuck on the floor, and he's stuck behind it. As he was trying to get everybody out, he stood behind the door, and the door gets stuck. And the laser is like literally pointing at him because he's behind where the first guy was standing. And he's like panicking, trying to push the door. The door just doesn't want to move. Finally, the door decides to move. Too late. As he was trying to run away, the laser activates and blows his head off. I see every detail, everything. And I'm like, this is a little weird for a Murder She Wrote episode. Like, it was murdery and, brutal, but you didn't see things. And, then it moves on to people scattering, trying to get out of the kitchen, trying to run for their lives. Somebody knocks over one of the glass shelves where there's stored ingredients and food and so on, and smashes their head, which I also see in perfect detail. And Jessica is in the background, like, completely unfazed. I guess she has seen all the murders in the world and is jaded and doesn't even register murder as murder anymore, which would make sense. If you think about it, somebody who has been followed by murders would have just been jaded or went mad. And she's like just there in the background watching people get smashed and lasered, and she's already figuring out who did this, because it's Murder She Wrote. It has to be somebody plotting against the restaurant, and I think it ended up being a competitor restaurant or hotel or whatever it was. Of course it was, because that's how it went. And I'm already fucking tired and exhausted, and I've had enough, because my mind hates me and makes me dream of hot guys getting lasered. Yeah. Happy fucking Halloween. Happy spooky season. My mind decided to really treat me for October/Halloween season. I don't know, stay safe and watch out for suspicious candy. And I do mean the stupid ingredients they put in candy, not anything else.